Well, we're about 3, 4 weeks away from the election, and the only reason I bring that to your attention is I don't think the government's gonna do anything about the fiscal cliff until the election is over. Um, and we need to get that addressed. At least the stock market needs to get that fiscal cliff addressed. And remember, the stock market hates uncertainty. There's uncertainty there. There's lots of uncertainty around the world, and so that's not helping the market. The market's in the middle of a correction. So far, it's been pretty darn mild, but we are in a correction phase, and I could see it last a couple more weeks, maybe even past the election. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be a big pullback. It could, obviously, if something from left field comes out, and, something from China or something from Europe, and destroy, everybody's confidence, and that's basically what we're talking about, confidence. At the same time, we have the economic numbers looking a little bit better. Didn't have a lot of numbers out this week. The Beige Book, which is the Federal Reserve's look at our economy. Remember, there's 12 districts of the Federal Reserve throughout the United States. 10 of those 12 districts had improved outlook for the late August and September survey. And that was better than the last one. So we still are looking like it's improving, but the improvement is minuscule. This week we had unemployment claims drop surprisingly by 30,000, but no one's really believing that because there's some kind of oddness about the California claims, which kind of tends to make everybody think that the numbers are not right. The expectation for is increase of claims a couple thousand, not a decrease of 30,000. So something's not right there. And a week to week, it's hard to gauge, but the trend is down. It's slowly coming down. So hopefully that will keep up. We'll know better next week. If there's a big bump up, we'll know that something was wrong. And inflation news, PPI, core PPI, producer price index, pretty much flat, came in expected. There's no inflation whatsoever. Might be a little danger of deflation at this point. No one wants that, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking at inflation in the future, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem. And consumer sentiment was surprisingly higher, coming in at 83 when the expectations was for it to be 78. Consumers are a little bit more positive. Now, that doesn't necessarily, the thing I don't like about this report is it doesn't necessarily reflect actual spending by the consumer. And we didn't have any of those kinds of numbers. We don't know exactly how the spending went. So the market is just pausing. It's slowly pulling back. I think it's something that's health restoring. Now, if we can get a 5 or 10% correction, as scary as that might be, that would be a health restoring to a continued bull phase in our market. So Europe is looking calmer. China housing looked perked up recently. I don't know. I don't feel too concerned about our economy. I think we're still going to just struggle slowly going forward. And that's how you have to react. We are moving slowly, we, meaning KPP Financial, moving out of our defensive position slowly and moving into a little bit more aggressive positions. We still have a few shorts on in the stock account, but we will be moving out of those shortly.
If you're an iPhone user, there is now an easy way to get InvestTalk delivered right to your iPhone or iPad without having to sync the device to your computer. This feature can allow you to listen to InvestTalk right away, as soon as it's published every weeknight. Here are the easy steps to get this done. First, make sure you have installed the latest iPhone update. You then can download the podcast app from the App Store. You can do this as you would add any app on your iPhone or iPad. Once you have the new podcast app installed on your device, if you're not currently subscribed to InvestTalk, just search for it in the search box. And remember, there are 2 T's in InvestTalk. Make sure your subscription is turned on and the auto download is also turned on. Your episodes will now be delivered automatically as soon as they're published. Let us know how you enjoyed the InvestTalk podcast, and do us a favor, leave us some feedback on the podcast in the iTunes Store. We love hearing from you, and thanks for listening.